Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery, go and throttle up.
Oh, yep. Yep. How y'all doing? What's up? We ready for lunch? Are you ready to eat lunch? Is it lunchtime? It's not lunchtime where I am. This is a tough hour. Tough hour? What are you talking about? It's not even 10 o'clock, you dummy.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Ready for more Tim Tams? Bro. I was born ready. Missing the X. Yeah, okay, I got you. I updated the title. Check it now. Isebi, is it good now? You tell me. Good to see you. Hello. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, wait. There's still some left in this one. Tim Tams, as an Australian, I'm proud of you. Thank you. I got a care package from Australia, mate. One of me mates down under sent me a care package of a bunch of stuff, mate. I got all kinds of Tim Tams. It's great. Lionel Joseph from Cameroon. Abuliga, buliga, buliga. All right, anyway. It's time to be super professional launch coverage here. It's time to be super professional launch coverage. You didn't sleep? Sleep? No, I didn't do that. Yeah, I didn't do that at all. All right, so we got Starlink G5-3. Launch is scheduled to go off in about 12 minutes. It's a batch of Starlink satellites. We've got 53 on board right now. It's going out of 39A at Kennedy Space Center. Open burp. Dude, that's good that I muted that. If anybody still had the stream open, that would have woken people up. Whoa, that was nuts. Anyway, damn. All right, dude, it smells like beer. I'm not gonna lie to you. Good old window rattler. Oh yeah, that was a good one. All right, so this is the 17th launch attempt of 2023. SpaceX's 212th mission, the 8th mission of 2023, the 202nd Falcon 9 mission, and the 7th mission for Falcon 9 of 2023. The booster that we're flying with today is 1069. Nice. And it's the 5th flight. It's a 55-day turnaround and the 180th Falcon 9 recovery attempt. Uh-oh. The video isn't available. Oh, come back. Okay, thank God. Also, Starlink has a new airline customer, Zapair, a low-cost carrier based out of Japan. Oh, glorious Nihon. Sugoi. 8 SpaceX launches in barely 30 days. That's nuts. Bring it on. Bring it on, big man. Let's see what you got. I just saw Scott Manley's video of the Columbia disaster. It feels both less than 20 years ago, but more distant at the same time. Important to remember the loss, though. Don't get complacent, Squishin. Don't get complacent. You can always do better. Where do you think I get that mentality from? You can always make something better. You can always work on it. There's always something to improve. About you, about yourself, about the mission. You and yourself and Irene. That's the same thing. You get the idea. I'm trying to be motivational. Okay? If you remember, this is the booster that had its Merlins eaten by Octograbber on the CRS-24 mission. I do remember that. It seems like a slow year for rockets so far. What? Hey, buddy. You just blow in from Stupid Town? What? Oh, man. Jackal, that's my favorite. It's my favorite, man. The fish have the best one-offers in that show by a long shot. Rev up those fryers. Oh, my leg! Look at what has happened. Yeah. In the video, he mentioned how what we learned from it was implemented in Dragon, Starliner, Orion, which is a positive thing to come out of it. Yeah, but what sucks about Columbia is that Scott's absolutely right. The lessons learned from Columbia, we still apply to spaceflight to this day. The problem is that after Challenger, they did that with the shuttle. They started making sure it was all good. And then they just said, man, it's fine. Shuttle's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, that didn't turn out too well, did it? T-minus 8 minute. 60 times 8 second. Parametry construct rocket nositel normal. Yes, normal no. I remembered. Damn. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Oh, well, I do love the children. Here, look. Does this make you happy? Dude, how about landing Scobie back down on Kerbin? I don't know, man. I'm still riding that hype. That was really, 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 really tough. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Oh, God, I got to burp again. I got another one coming. Oh, that was awesome. I should have played that. I shouldn't have muted that one. That one was sweet. That would have woken people up, though, for sure. That was sick, EJ. I was lurking, and I saw it. Yeah, MC, and am I feeling better? I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I think I'm good. I think I got over it. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Yeah. Run some ads so people don't get them later. All right, dudes, we're going to pre-roll it so you don't get it during the launch. And pocket sand. Pre-roll. Hi. I mean, if you didn't see an ad, I don't know what to tell you right now. We're gonna wait for those other folks to come back. Bro.
Checked countdown net. Pad is clear.
10, 9, 8.
Launch auto sequence has
7,
started.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go for launch.
There we go. Recovery stops.
Vehicle is supersonic. Stage separation confirmed. Dragon, separation confirmed. Stage 1 is transonic.
ETA of launch.
Landing legs have deployed.
Wait 10 seconds.
And Falcon 9 has landed.
Good evening. My name is Joseph Dwyer, and I'm a systems engineer here at SpaceX.
5 minutes.
I'll be your host for today's Starlink mission, which marks Falcon 9's 200th mission to date.
Thanks for pressing for Strawberry Retract.
Currently, weather and the range are both green for launch, and we're proceeding with a T0 of 2:58 a.m. Eastern Time.
Hi, awesome.
The teams are currently tracking no issues with the vehicle or payload. Now, with liftoff just 4 minutes and 40 seconds from now, we're standing by for TE, or Transporter Erector, retraction. The Transporter Erector moves the vehicle from the hangar and lifts it vertically on the pad ahead of the launch.
Hey, failures. I won't be able to see this from California. I mean, it's launching out of Kennedy Space Center, dude. So, I don't think so. Fast forward? I already fast forwarded, but I'll fast forward again.
There you can see the clamp arms have started opening.
Oh, we were way behind. Clamp arms opening in preparation of tanks pressing for flight. Yeah. I was prepped to watch this without you. Alright. Strong back will move into the 89-degree retracted position
Just
here.
a second here, we should see the strong back
Joe, I just said
begin
that.
to retract away from the vehicle.
Joe, stop copying me. Snibbles. Is this also a Kraken drive? No.
And as you can see, it's
There you
starting
go,
to
Croft.
retract.
So that thing will move into the 89-degree position. It's kind of in a standby position relative to the rocket.
In just a few moments, first stage should finish liquid oxygen load.
Stage 1 lock load complete.
Okay, stage 1's topped off.
At T-minus 3 minutes, Falcon 9 is first
gonna
stage is
shoot
fully
back.
loaded with RP1 and liquid oxygen. And we're awaiting completion of liquid oxygen load on the second stage in about 30 seconds from now.
What SpaceX tries to do to maximize performance out of those cryogenic propellants, they try to make sure that the stage, first and second stage, basically get topped off like right at the exact same time.
On the sides of stage 1 and stage 2, you can see the gases above the LOX tank venting.
How high is it approximately?
To maintain a
220
constant
feet.
pressure.
Strong. 22-story building. See last. Why didn't you acknowledge my 5 year? Finally, my EJ badge of 5 years of great space content. Keep up the good work. Yeah, it's because I missed it because I was being a dingus. You know, a dingus. Ellie? Do you understand the dingus, mate? Ask me about my dingus. No, I missed it too. I'm sorry. I'm a little hyped up right now. Anyway, thanks for the 5 years, dude. I do appreciate it.
Stage 2, LOX load complete.
As you just heard over the nets, Falcon 9 is now fully loaded with 1 million pounds of fuel and liquid oxygen.
1 million pounds? That's almost 1 million pounds.
The booster you can see on screen is flying for the 5th time today, having supported CRS-24, Eutelsat Hotbird 13F,
Okay.
OneWeb 1, and 1 previous Starlink mission. After liftoff at stage separation, the booster is scheduled to land on our drone ship, a short fall of Gravitas, which is currently stationed in the Atlantic Ocean.
600 kilometers downrange.
Coming up next, we should hear that Falcon 9 is in startup.
Seas look pretty calm out there, actually. So what they're doing is a ground gas closeout here at 39A. The transporter erector contains the fuel lines and the oxidizer
We just heard
lines
that
that go to
Falcon
the
9
second
is
stage.
now in startup and is now on internal power.
And you definitely want to get rid of that. You don't want fuel hanging around inside of the transporter erector when the thing launches. It could ignite and blow up the transporter erector. So they
as you just heard, the launch
purge out
director
all the
has
gas
given
there.
the final go to proceed for launch. Let's watch as Falcon 9 takes our 53 Starlinks to space.
It has a fork knife on deck. Oh, that's good. Okay, vehicle switch to internal power, indicating that Falcon 9 is cut off from the grid and running on its own batteries. I don't want to say that they're Tesla batteries, but I'm pretty sure they're Tesla batteries. Pretty cool.
20 seconds.
That's pretty cool. LD's given the go for launch. 15 seconds out, we should see the sound suppressor here. Turn on here.
10,
10 seconds.
9, 8,
In a moment, you'll see a green
7,
flash coming out of the
6,
flame trench here,
5,
indicating
4,
engine start.
3, 2, ignition, 1,
Green flash.
lift off.
Lift off. We got a lift off. Starlink 6-3.
Vehicle's pitching downrange.
Okay, she's out of 39A. Here we go. 20 seconds into the flight. Stand by for the nominal call for power and telemetry. Should happen right about now. There's some clouds. Vehicle's pitching downrange, but also that's a good way to say it too, Jaeger. I think I said it right before I said it. But
At T plus 40 seconds, you can see that Falcon 9 has now successfully lifted off from
Nominal power and telemetry.
LC-39A.
there it is! Haha! A little late there, but alright.
At 2:58 a.m. Eastern Time.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
That's the
Just heard the
stream, guys.
call out
That's
that
not your
Falcon
monitor.
9 is
That's the
supersonic,
stream.
meaning that it is traveling faster than the speed of sound.
That's the stream, okay?
Around 1,200
Don't
kilometers
freak out.
per hour or 770 miles per hour.
Max Q.
Maximum dynamic
There you
pressure.
just heard the call out that Falcon 9 has reached max
Ooh.
Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure. This is the highest pressure that the structures will feel during flight.
So basically, maximum dynamic pressure is where pressure is building up on the front of the vehicle because the rocket can't move the air out of the way fast enough. So
We're about 1 minute
Air
away
ends up
from
getting
several
compressed on the
events
fairing.
that'll happen in quick succession. They are MECO, stage SEP, SES-1, and fairing separation. MECO, or main engine cutoff, is where all 9 of the Merlin engines on that first stage will shut down. Stage separation is when the first and second stage separate. SES-1 is second engine start, and is where we light the Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage. Finally, fairing separation is when the 2 fairing halves will separate and fall away from the second stage.
okay. Right now, SpaceX is moving propellants into the second stage motor, getting it primed, ready for flight. Here, it's called a chill down. Should be getting up to main engine cutoff here momentarily. That's looking up the business end of the second stage right there.
Stage separation confirmed.
Bye-bye. Stand by for upper stage ignition. Green flash.
And back ignition.
Okay. The green flash that you see coming out of these engines is triethyl aluminum and triethyl borane. It's a pyrophoric igniter.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Good fairing sep. It's a pyrophoric igniter fluid.
With
Basically,
that, you just saw on your
spins the pumps up
screens
fast enough to be able to
successful
ignite.
confirmation for MECO stage separation, second engine start 1, and fairing separation. In addition to Falcon 9's first stage, we also recover these fairing halves. Both of the fairing halves flying on today's mission are flight proven, with one half flying for the 6th time and the other for 7th. We'll attempt to recover the fairing halves that supported today's mission using our recovery vessel, Bob, and use them to potentially support a future mission.
Okay, if you look just off to the left, right up there, you can still see the lights from the Floridian Peninsula, which is where the rocket launched from. I could just see the Titusville there for a second. They mentioned the number of uses. Yes, 7 and 9. 7 of 9.
You can see that stage 1 and stage 2 are following
Nice.
nominal trajectories.
Nice.
Currently, the first
Nice.
stage is on its way back down to Earth towards our drone ship, a shortfall of gravitas. And our MVAC engine on stage 2 is lit.
Florida is not
This
a
burn will
peninsula.
last for another 5 minutes.
Florida is not a peninsula, it's a country. Well, your Florida education is showing very brightly right now, Jackal. This must be why they call it the Sunshine State.
Acquisition and signal, Bermuda.
Yeah, Blinga, that's not as cool. They have an AOS through Bermuda. That's acquisition of signal through a ground tracking station. Oh. Nice
Now, as I
track, the
mentioned
second stage
earlier,
right there.
today's launch marks Falcon 9's 200th mission.
It's coasting Durango on a ballistic trajectory right now. It'll hit apogee here in a second. Usually apogee's around 130, so that should start going down now. As this number starts going down, that number should start going up a lot faster because it's at the top of its ballistic arc. It'll come back down now. Your mom is the Sunshine State.
On your screens,
Stay
you
in
can
school,
see a
kids.
great view of MVAC.
Stay in school.
Both vehicles on a nominal trajectory.
Oh, okay, Durango. Sorry. I'm not.
As a reminder, our payload today is Starlink satellites. Starlink is a satellite internet constellation designed and manufactured by SpaceX to provide high-speed, low-latency internet to people living in remote and rural locations around the globe.
Peepo G.
You can see on your screen
Birds don't exist, cavemen.
stage 2 on your right, and a dark view of stage 1 on your left.
Oh. Okay. Hello, Baxi. Yes.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Flight termination system on the second stage is safe, indicating that in the event of an anomaly, the second stage will just basically
You can see
come back
stage
down
2
and burn
is
up.
traveling
no need
at
for a termination
15,000
system.
kilometers per hour.
Okay, we should see a little
And is
bit of a
orbiting at
flash
about
come out of the
200
bottom
kilometers. Whereas stage 1 still working its way up to its apogee,
Stage 1 FTS is safe.
here. Flight
and now
termination
is-
system on the first stage is safe.
headed back down to Earth.
Oh,
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
entry burn has begun. Right now, Falcon 9's first stage engines.
Stage 1, also known as booster, has ignited 3 engines to slow it down for atmospheric re-entry. This entry burn will reduce most of the booster's velocity before landing on our drone ship.
Well, I was
Stage
about,
one
I was
discovery,
about to
go
say
and
that,
throttle
but
up.
Joe clearly wanted to say that, so It's all right.
This first stage, carrying our 53 Starlink satellites today, is flying for a 5th time.
Yeah, actually, I like Joe's commentary. Joe's pretty good. This is a new host. Supersonic retropropulsion is what it's called. First stage engines are the heat shield. Cool part. Oh, there's some reentry heating. Oh, yeah.
Both vehicles continuing on a nominal trajectory.
Very nice.
Just heard the call out that
Look at that plasma
both vehicles are
accumulation.
maintaining.
Oh, that's
trajectory.
cool. It's getting a little toasty. Would you just look at it? Would you just, you can't
Stage 1
see it, it's dark.
transonic.
And there we just heard the call out that the first stage is transonic, meaning it is slowed down now that it is traveling near the speed of sound.
What?
In less than a minute, we should be coming up on the landing burn for that first stage.
Yeah, that light over there. That's the drone ship. See it over there? Watch. They're going to ignite the engines and the whole vehicle will turn towards the light. Go towards the light, Falcon!
Terminal guidance.
What are grid fins made out of? Titanium. Each grid fin, Facha, is a one-piece cast titanium grid fin. It's about the
Stage
size of a
landing
coffee
burn.
table, dude. It's gnarly.
Stage 1 has lit one engine to prepare for a graceful landing on our drone ship, a short fall of
Oh,
gravitas.
that's coming in a little
This
hot.
is the final burn that slows the rocket down to help it land on the drone
Stage 1
ship.
landing leg deployed.
Ooh. Oh, you got a
Stage
little
one
bit of
landing
fire
confirmed.
down there. One of the Merlins is puking a little bit.
Falcon 9 has
It's been
successfully
purged out.
landed
We
on
good.
our drone ship,
We
a
good.
short fall of gravitas.
Nominal orbit insertion.
We got a good insertion
This marks the
on the second
169th
stage.
overall landing of an orbital class rocket, including both Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy missions. Now, right after the landing, we also heard over the nets a successful shutdown of our MVAC engine on the second stage and nominal orbital insertion.
Noi.
As you can see on your screen,
Expected loss of signal, Cape Canaveral.
They have a LOS through the Cape.
Stage 2 is still carrying our 53 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit.
Okay, they should.
Now, with confirmation of first stage landing and a successful second engine cutoff, that wraps up our coverage for today.
Aw.
Be sure to check out our social media for confirmation of Starlink deploy.
Okay, Stim.
Thanks for joining us on Falcon 9's 200th mission, and we hope to see you again soon.
You're welcome. Yeah, it does that a little bit, Bill. That's okay. Yeah, it rocks around on the drone ship a little bit. You can see a forklift on the deck. Oh, yeah. Fork. Hey, fork knife. Fork you. Anyway, hey. That was worth staying up for. Landing replay? Huh. My duty, my pleasure. Do you really believe what you just watched? Yeah, I've seen one land with my own eyes. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen him come down. It's pretty dope, actually. Yeah, really cool. What about you, Laser Juice? Do you believe it? Oh, that's freaking sick, dude. Yeah, I know, Corey. It's something else, isn't it? Yeah, see, they puked a little bit. You see that? I saw two guys. Yeah, you know what I want to watch, man? I'd want to watch two rockets land at the same time, man. Yep, damn straight. I always wanted to do that. I figure I could hook that up because, Falcon 9 just dig dudes with money. The launch, believe it. Oh, Cruft, I believe it. Rockets are freaking sweet. I've spent 30,000 in the air. It's hard for you to believe. What? What? Where are you getting hung up on, Laser? It's pretty straightforward stuff. I mean, think about it like this. If this if this is what floats your boat, dude, it's just a guided munition. Serious. 30,000 hours flying. Yeah, I got you, man. I was just being a jerk. Dude, it's Falcon 9's a guided munition. It just has a downward-facing radar. Think about it like, let me think. What's an air-to-ground munition? An air-to-ground munition, and instead of the radar being on the plane, right? Instead of the radar being on the plane, so like if you have a ground attack plane, they usually have a downward-facing side scan radar, right? So they drop the bomb, and the radar looks for it, and it pings the signal to the guided munition, and the guided munition finds, where the radar is pinging. Falcon 9, dude, has a downward-facing radar down by the business end. And all those grid fins do is just steer it right to the target. Just like a guided munition. I mean, when you're 130 kilometers that way, it's pretty easy to hit something. Like, I'm not going to say it's pretty easy. That's actually really difficult. But, I mean, you're already flying in the direction of where the drone ship is, dude, right? So, when Falcon 9 comes out of its entry burn, that radar is a downward-facing radar. It's nothing new. Like, I'm serious. It's nothing that hasn't existed for a really long time. And the thing just steers itself right in, and instead of a guided munition going through the drone ship and blowing it up, which, I mean, it has done that in the past, SES-9 in 2016 went through the drone ship. It bunker busted the drone ship, which is pretty cool. We never saw footage of that, though. It just fires the engine at the last second and then plops it right down. Like, I know it's nuts what it does, dude, but it's not really anything that's too out of the ordinary, considering how many bombs get dropped, right? Like, Joe Rogan flatter for fanboy. Yeah. But
Discovery, go at throttle up.
what if Falcon 9 did DMT? No, Falcon 9 doesn't do DMT. It does TEB. Differences. The first stage knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. Yes. Laser, does that make sense, dude? It's not, like I said, Falcon 9 doesn't really use anything that's particularly revolutionary. It just takes a bunch of existing technologies and combines them together to make something really freaking cool. It's extremely difficult to direct things from 20,000 feet. And in 24 years, we've never done anything like it. Yeah, no doubt, dude. But this thing's coming in like a wrecking ball, dude. You can pretty much go anywhere when you have enough airspeed, right? This thing comes in going like Mach 5. And it has hypersonic titanium control surfaces, dude. It's a beast, man. I've seen the grid fins, dude, and I've seen them land. I was at the first Falcon 9 landing. I was about, 10 miles away. Saw it come down, and I will admit, dude, it is weird. It is weird seeing that thing come back down. It is strange. It doesn't look right. Like, it doesn't look right because we've never seen a rocket come back down and land Buck Rogers style, right? Like, that's something, dude. It's something. Yeah, has Falcon 9 ever done DMT sensory deprivation? I think Booster 1050 did that, actually. The only footage we ever got from SES-9. Let me see. ICBMs fly on a completely different trajectory, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the only footage we ever saw of it. Yep. ICBMs are on a much, 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 much higher trajectory, dude. ICBM apogee is, like, way up there. I'm not gonna say where I think it is. I don't know where it is, but it's way up there. You know what I'm saying? Pathfinder, we're just talking, brother. We're just talking. This doesn't have to be like Twitter where everybody hates each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Laser, I mean, once again, dude, go down and see it, man. Go down and see it. It is wild. Like, you'll sit there, like, dude, I know what the thing is doing, and I'm still like...
Discovery, go at throttle up.
It does what? Hey, Zonku, 55 months. Yeah, Swordfish, yeah. Downward-facing radar for a guided munition is not anything new. And Falcon 9, don't get me wrong, it's not pinging the drone ship from way up in space. It only does that when it gets close enough. Because radar do be like that. Yeah, Glulik, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they go way up there, S. They're up in... The apogee for an ICBM is up in MEO somewhere. Because basically, they take an ICBM and launch it straight up. ICBMs don't kind of fly on a trajectory that like a Falcon 9 would, for instance. They launch those suckers straight up. And they launch them with such a high apogee that when they come back down, they're going like Mach 10 and you're not hitting it. You're not going to hit it with anything. Yeah, nothing is going to take that out. Beast mode. Anyway, yeah, it's freaking cool, man. Dude, I can see how, like, people have trouble with this, though. Definitely. It is strange. Strange world we live in. I mean, look at this thing. It's freaking nuts, dude. You know how difficult that is to do? You know how difficult that is? It's so ridiculously complicated. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, as long as she was dead on, balls accurate. That was perfect, dude. New Falcon 9, February 5th with the Amazonas Nexus payload to GTO on 1073, launched from Slick 40, landing on just read the instructions, which left port earlier. Next, not new. Okay, got it. All you need is the Pokemon theme song. Oh, shut up, Hammond. Chat, you know what? If you spend your entire life in aviation, you know how difficult it is. Yeah, man, absolutely. Absolutely. I've only gotten a taste myself, Laser, but dude, the taste that I got is like, oh, that's how complicated this is. Dude, it's no joke, man. But that's groundbreaking stuff. Seriously, that's cutting edge, even now. Even now, dude. That is... I mean, dude, they're the only ones that can do it. They're the only ones that can do it. I mean, there's New Shepard, which is... Don't get me wrong, that's still difficult to do, right? But they're the only ones that can bring it down from space. It's pretty... Like, from a suborbital trajectory from an orbital insertion. It's really complicated. Lot of calc, a lot of trig gets done here. Hey. But Laser, like, dude, I could go on a deep dive into how the thing works, dude. I don't know, like, the intricacies to it, but the principle of operation, you know, like, you don't need to be a pilot to know what lift and drag are, right? Like, that's pretty straightforward stuff. It's not, like, rockets aren't as contrived as you might think. I always like to tell people, dude, that, like, rocket science is pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy to understand. It's pretty easy to learn. Where the phrase, it's not rocket science, comes from, more or less comes from doing rocket science. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. You can teach anybody how a wing lifts a plane up off the ground, right? That's pretty straightforward stuff. But teaching somebody how to fly takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. Is NASA still trashing the rockets every time? Tax dollars. Wow. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, Ox, of course they are. So what? What do you mean tax dollars? Would you rather not go to the moon? And don't say we could use another rocket. No, you can't. You can't use another rocket. SLS is the only thing that can get you there right now. Starship maybe in the future, but Starship does that, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? SLS is the bee's knees right now, man. So is it a waste? I'd want to go back to the moon. I wouldn't call that a waste. And once again, don't say another rocket can do it. No, it can't. Not even close. You're comparing a smart car to a Ferrari. Not how that works. I'm a rotary guy, don't know much about wings and such. Ah, helicopter man. Very nice. Helicopters are cool, dude. Actually, Laser, that reminds me, dude. One time on stream, I did a deep dive, like, because I didn't know dick about, like, how a cyclic works. Like, or a swash plate or a drag link, how any of that works. So I did a deep dive on stream and tried to go and build this stuff in Kerbal. I gained a newfound respect for what helicopters do. That is the first time I saw like an animation for a swash plate go, I was like, what the frick is that? What is it doing? Well, it looks so angry, you know? I would hit it with the same kind of like, what the frick as you have with that. I'm like, how does that stay in one piece? You know? No, but I learned a ton, man. Cyclics are awesome. What a cool piece of tech that is. Like Sikorsky, man. Did he know or did he know? Planes want to be in the air. Helis are balancing a ball on a pin. Yeah, absolutely. And all that stuff that's spinning up there has to stay in perfect balance. If it's not in perfect balance, you get a resonant frequency due to precession, and that's the end of that. It's the end of that. Really cool, though. Great coverage, dudes. That was fun. Good late night launch there. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to bed. It's a little late. They beat the air into submission, indeed. But Laser, like, when I'm not, like, completely energy wasted right now, I'm like 2 or 3 beers deep at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Whoops. I could teach you how the stuff works if you want to know principal operation. It's not as crazy as you might think. It's really, really, really smart stuff. Yeah, just pop back in, dude. You're more than welcome in here. Sounds good, man. Right on, brother. All right. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys at noontime, okay? That's in about 8 hours, give or take. Thanks for the stream. No problem. That moon trip earlier was just legendary. Oh, Stromp, there's plenty more where that came from, dude. You think helicopters beat the air into submission? We're going to annihilate that. You know, we're going to be like, look out, man. Oh, look at that, man. I could have chopped you in half right there. Good night, guys. I'll see you later. I'm going to regret this VOD later. Night.